Hey everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be talking about nail polish toppers that I plan to try and wear for the upcoming fall season. I will mention some of these are available, some of these are no longer available. I got a couple of these in a destash, and some of these are just no longer available on the maker's site, but I wanted to share them. I think they will be great polishes to wear as toppers for the upcoming fall season. So if you want to see what I have chosen to try and wear for fall, just stay tuned. I have a nail wheel here that has polishes already swatched, so I thought this would work absolutely beautifully to put these toppers over. I ended up swatching some fall colors, and I think the polishes I've chosen to try and wear as toppers will work beautifully with these. So the first one here is this one by KB Shimmer. This one is Take It or Leave It. This is a beautiful fall-esque topper. I've talked about this one in a few different videos. I've only wore this one once, and when I wore it, I could not stop staring at my nails. I put this over top of like a black polish, I think, and it shifted to so many beautiful colors. I was mesmerized. So with this polish, you can kind of see here you have shifts of copper, gold, green, fuchsia, orange. So many pretty different colors. I got this in a mystery box from a subscriber a couple years ago and have absolutely loved this. I just haven't pulled it out in a while, so I definitely want to try my hands at getting these toppers on my nails this time. I'm going to swatch it over one of these dark colors here so you can see what it looks like. I believe this topper is still available on the KB Shimmer site, so if you're interested, I will have that listed down below. This is just a must-have flaky topper. It is absolutely gorgeous. So there it is over a deeper base. Next up is this one. I believe I wore this one once. It is from ILNP. This is Ferris wheel, and this is a beautiful topper. I wore it over a polish over a year ago. I didn't like the combination, but this was a really fun topper. I got this on a whim off of the ILNP site and was pleasantly surprised by how beautiful this topper looked. I'm a sucker for toppers, as most of you guys know, so when I saw this one on the site, I knew I had to pick it up. It's not overly dense. I like that about this one, but you do get a decent amount of flakes out with this one, but it's just the right formula in my opinion. It is not too dense to where it's going to overtake the base color. This gives you a decent amount of flakies, but it's not overpowering. So that is Ferris wheel. Next up is this one from Different Dimensions. This is Gold Rush. I do not think you can get this one anymore. I'm not sure. I will list it if it is still available, but I don't think it is. I got it off her site when she had a really good sale going on. This is just a gold flaky topper. I wore this one for a New Year's Eve manicure this year and loved it. It was absolutely perfect for what I was going for. This one is, again, a great topper. It is just the right base to flaky ratio where it's not too dense. I'm not a fan of overly dense toppers. Usually I have to thin them out if they're too dense, but this one is another one that is just perfect. So there it is in one coat. Really beautiful gold flaky topper. I think everybody needs a gold and silver topper in their collection. They are great staples to have. Next up is this one from Sally Hansen. This is their Miracle Gel Topper in Moonlit. I've talked about this one several times on this channel. This is a newer release that I picked up. It is a beautiful topper. One thing I will say with this one, it's a little bit sparse. The flakes come out on the nail, but I feel like they could be a little bit more packed in there. They are a little bit sparse. You have to, I sometimes will go in with 2 coats with this one. It's pretty, don't get me wrong. I just feel like, I don't know, here it looks great, but when I wore it last time, I felt like it was a little bit sparse, but maybe I didn't shake it good enough. I did shake it a little bit before I did this video. So there is Moonlit. This one's beautiful. It's that pink to purple to gold to green color shift. This again is another must-have. I love all of the toppers from the Miracle Gel line. I have every single one and have loved them all, so I highly recommend these. This next one is one I know you can't get. This company doesn't even make polish anymore. I got this in a mystery box off of Facebook. This is Pipe Dream Polish Feed the Monster. This one is a beautiful one for like Halloween. This is a glitter packed topper. It has orange, silver, and purple glitters in an array of sizes. It is in a clear base. I had plans to try to use this polish last year for the fall season, and I didn't get a chance to do it. So hopefully this time I will actually get an opportunity. But this one is not available. They don't make polish anymore. So that's unfortunate, but I'm happy to have this one in my collection because it's unique and interesting for like the fall season. So there it is, applied over a base color. I imagine this one will probably dry fairly textured. It is chunky as far as glitters go. They're glitters and not flaky, so we'll definitely have to double up on top coat for this topper. But I thought it'd be a fun one to try to pull out for the fall and even like Halloween season. Next is a newer polish. This is Emily Damali Lift Me Up. This is a beauty. Look at the gorgeous array of colors in this polish. I picked this one up on a whim on her site. Fell in love with it. This is another great option for a topper. I love Emily Damali's toppers. I've talked about it before. They are quickly becoming one of my favorites. She does such a good job with her toppers, and I have really started to enjoy them. This one it's just a rainbow topper. They are like micro glitter pieces. So here's what it looks like. But you've got green, red, orange, purple, pink, blue, and probably more in here. So this is what it looks like. They are micro glitter pieces. They're all the same size, so they're on the smaller side, which I like. And you get a decent amount of glitter payoff without having to fish for them. I don't have any issues with getting the glitters on the nail. This is another fun one. Next we have a couple polishes that I thinned out from Rogue Lacquer. This is, I knew I was going to forget the name of this one. I will try to put it here on the screen. But this was one, I think it was marketed as a flaky bomb from one of her polishes, and I wanted to use it as a topper, so I ended up adding some suspension base to the polish and putting it in a separate bottle to use. I've worn this one once, I believe, and really enjoyed how this one looked. It is a like green to black to gold flaky polish that I just was dying to see how it would look as a topper, so I thinned it out a little bit. So here is that one. I love how that looks. That is going to be a combination I'm going to have to try to do for fall. It looks beautiful over that deep green. I don't remember off the top of my head what the name of this polish is, and I know you won't be able to get it anymore, but I definitely want to try and wear my thinned out Rogue polishes because this one's absolutely beautiful. I love it. I love everything about this one, so definitely need to try to get that one on the nails. So next we have a Hollow Taco. This is Lunar Unicorn Skin. I have swatched this, but I haven't actually wore it, and I thought this would be a good one to have set out as a potential topper for the fall season. I've used one of the Holo Taco polishes, I think, so far, and really enjoyed the topper, so I'm excited to see what these look like. This one shifts predominantly gold to green to copper. So there it is. This is another one that is formulated fantastic. It is not too dense, it is not too sparse, it's just the right amount of flakies to base. I love how this one looks too. I think the base that I have this under is a brown, if I am seeing correctly. Next up we have another topper from the Miracle Gel line. This is their glazed polish. This one is very similar to Moonlit, but the flakies are a different color, so I will do a quick side-by-side here. So we have Moonlit on the right and Glazed on the left. These are the two newer ones that I picked up. I didn't pull one of the older ones. I probably should have. I guess I thought I did, but I didn't pull those. So that's what they look like side by side. They have similar components, but also are a little bit different at the same time. Both of these are favorites of mine. I like the other one as well, which I can't think of the name of, that they came out with first, and then these two are newer toppers that were added a couple years ago, I believe. This is another one that I feel like is a little sparse with the flakies. This might actually be the one that's the sparse one. I thought Moonlit was, but I don't think I had that right. This one is a little bit sparse. I sometimes will go in with a second coat because, as you could see here, you could see the flakes, but it's not as noticeable as some of these other ones we've swatched. So that is Glazed. It is beautiful, but sometimes I do go in with a second coat because I want more flakies, and it just comes out just a hint sparse, but it's beautiful nonetheless, and one of my favorites. Did go ahead and pull this topper. This is the one that I couldn't think of the name of earlier in the video. This is the Sally Hansen Crystal Top Coat Topper. This one is a little bit different than the Glazed topper, so you could see here Glazed is on the top, and then Crystal is on the bottom. You can kind of see a little bit of color difference here. This is much more of that fall type color, and I'm going to go ahead and swatch this one too, since I should have really included it in the video earlier, but I didn't have it out to share with you, and I thought I'm going to go ahead and just share it because several of you probably have these toppers, and maybe you don't have them, and this will give you an idea of ones that maybe you need to try out. So this is what Crystal looks like. This one is, again, much more of that fall type vibe. You could see it here paired up against, I think this is Moonlit, if I remember correctly. So you could tell there's a slight little difference there in the colors. But I love how Crystal looks over basic polishes. It is a very fall-esque topper. So the final one is this polish. This is a thinned out version of a Rogue polish. This is one I picked up, I want to say in December of last year. I know they don't make this particular polish either. I did thin it out. This is kind of that St. Patrick's Day vibe. It is a green glitter bomb polish. You've got dark green and light green flakies in here, and I thought this would be another fun one to try to wear for the fall season and probably even into winter possibly. Try to list the polishes below of the thinned out Rogue polishes. I just have to go through my Rogue drawer to see which ones these are because I don't have them marked on the bottle. But this is another one I love. It thinned out. So there it is. Thinned out. It is absolutely beautiful. Another one of my favorites. I ended up putting both Rogue polishes together, I think. So here you can see both of those Rogue toppers. We have this one that I just swatched and then that first one. They're both absolutely beautiful. I love being able to do this with the Rogue Flakies. I purchase bottles separately and then I use suspension base. I believe I have suspension base for these. Some of them I ended up using a base coat, but I believe these two, it is suspension base in the bottle. So that is what they look like. So this is everything that we have talked about today. Let me know your thoughts down below if you have any of these and are planning to pull them out for the upcoming fall season. Let us know what you plan on using as toppers. If you are a big topper fan, be sure to chime in the comments. You guys know I love toppers. I talk about it quite a bit, and I'm a big topper girl, so this is definitely going to be a fun challenge to try and wear these polishes for the upcoming fall season. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.